Last week, President Donald Trump and Elon Musk had an epic falling out. Oh, it was so epic. And I hated that it happened on a Friday when I wasn't on the show. Now Elon Musk is signaling that he is ready to move on from the feud. Seems like he kind of wants to make amends, but Trump doesn't seem like he wants to bury the hatchet anytime soon. So before we get to Trump's, feud with Elon Musk, it is worth noting that, look, I don't know what some Democrats are up to, but some Democrats, like Congressman Ro Khanna, are now trying to lure Musk to the left. Don't do it. Don't do it. Having Elon Musk speak out against the irrational tariff policy, against the deficit exploding Trump's bill, and the anti-science and anti-immigrant agenda can help check Trump's unconstitutional administration. I look forward to Elon turning his fire against MAGA Republicans instead of Democrats in 2026. And he did get some backlash for that. That was a comment he gave to Semaphore. And in response to the backlash, he says, if Biden had a big supporter criticize him, Trump would have hugged him the next day. When we refused to meet with Robert Kennedy or RFK Jr., Trump embraced him and won. We can be the party of sanctimonious lectures, or the party of FDR that knows how to win and build a progressive majority. Look, I in other contexts, I can agree with Ro Khanna, not in this context.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk, by the way, was a political liability for Trump to some extent. Why do we want that political liability? I don't understand. Waz, what do you think?
Yeah, like what's worked out so great by Trump having taken Elon's money? Like they basically tied themselves in knots to defend every single ridiculous element that Elon represents. And more importantly, Elon Musk is an ideologue. Like, this dude is a libertarian maniac. And that does not align with the goals, aims, and ambitions of any progressive or left-leaning person in this country. So I understand what he's saying, particularly with RFK. It's like the dude he's literally a born and bred Democrat. Like, I can understand that. But like, Elon Musk is a right-wing libertarian psychopath. There's just no upside to aligning with that dude.
And we have plenty of those in the Democratic Party already. We don't need more of them. So anyway, now let's move over to Trump, because asked by NBC News on Saturday if Trump was concerned that Musk could start funding Democratic candidates, Trump said he'll have to pay very serious consequences if he does that, which is a nefarious and kind of gross thing to say. Look, I don't care about Elon Musk's money. I don't care about funding Democrats. I do care about that threat. Like, what is that threat? I mean, I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, but he's free to contribute money to whatever candidate or political party he chooses. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna send the Marines to go after Elon Musk? Is that what you're gonna do? Like, that's crazy. So obviously things are not really dying down between the two of them in regard to this feud. Trump also stated that he had no reaction, or no reason, I should say, to make amends with Elon Musk, saying, I'm too busy doing other things. I won an election in a landslide. I gave him a lot of breaks long before this happened. I think it's a very bad thing because he's very disrespectful. Trump really does care about respectful conduct. And then he finishes that off by saying, you could not disrespect the office of the president. Right. Because he's never done that, by the way. Trump is always very respectful to the office of the president. And when asked if his relationship with Musk was over, he said, I would assume so. And I don't blame him for not wanting to make amends with Elon Musk. I want to be clear, because Musk indirectly called him a pedophile. Like, he did that. And what I want to know is he? Like, can we see the Epstein files that were promised to us when Trump was running for president? Oh, we're not going to see the Epstein files. That's a bit of a problem. I think that's a bit of a problem. Waz, back over to you.
Yeah, I don't know why he would want to make amends with Elon. The guy is erratic and you can't count on him. Like he's unreliable. What's the point of this dude? Yeah, they got their 300 million, which again, be reminded, Elon Musk has gotten billions of government contract funding, okay? Like this guy has more than made his money back. Yes, he definitely, rejiggered the algorithm for the Twitter propaganda machine to more favor Trump and Republicans, which I think is genuinely helpful. I don't know that Trump couldn't have won the election if Jack Smith and his lib homies were still running Twitter. I'm not sure. I mean, he won in 2016 when that was the case, right? But I do think it definitely helped. It didn't hurt him to have Elon putting his thumb on the scale on the Twitter thing. I just think if you're Trump and you went out and convinced 80 million people to leave their crib and vote for you, cast a vote for you, you clearly have more presence, more charisma. You clearly have people who actually like you and not just strange folks who anonymously like to tweet on Twitter. Like at a certain point, it's like, Elon, we got what we needed out of you. You got what you needed out of us. Go disappear somewhere, okay? Go actually do your job somewhere and just move on. I think it's best to just wipe your hands and just be like, all right, man, let's pretend this never happened. Because if you don't, it kind of begs the question, Anna, like, Elon's disrespectful, Elon's erratic, Elon is lucky we gave him all these contracts. Well, why the hell did you empower Elon in the first place?
Yeah, it's a good point. In fact, the Washington Post has reported that Trump even called Musk a big-time drug addict in at least one private phone call over the weekend. By the way, okay, so that press conference with Trump and Elon Musk a few days prior to things really exploding. So my husband sent a video of it was zoomed in on Elon Musk's face. And I was like, babe, this looks like a fake video. I don't think this is real. And he's like, yeah, I was thinking it wasn't real either. Can you look into it for me? Because I want to know if it's real. So Elon, he's got it looks like a black eye and he's like twitching. His face is twitching. He's like, I'm like, this isn't real. Guys, it's real. I watched the whole press conference. It's real. Oh my gosh. Bro, we don't want him. You don't want him, bro.
Yeah,
what are you doing, Ro?
And I really like Ro Khanna. I think he's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And I understand the instinct to be like, the enemy of my enemy and that kind of thing. But I just think Elon specifically sucks. You know what I mean? It's one thing for Hawk Jeffries to be dying to get back in the good graces of David Sachs and all these other Silicon Valley weirdo dork dudes. But like Elon specifically, again, I think Hawk Jeffries is out of his mind too. But Elon, it's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Stay away. We get it.
He's got issues.
He's rich as hell. He owns a very powerful propaganda tool, but he sucks and he's unreliable.
So it looks like Elon Musk is kind of trying to take a different tone with Trump. So for instance, on Friday, he wrote the following on X. I will apologize profusely to Donald Trump, he means, as soon as there is a full dump of the Epstein files. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen, which I think is an injustice. Musk later deleted that post. He also deleted the post in which he accused Trump of being on the Epstein files. That was the initial explosive tweet. And then, or post, I should say. And then later, during this past weekend, he had an interesting reaction to a clip of JD Vance saying that Musk could get back in Trump's good graces. And he just responded with, cool. Okay, so do you want to get in Trump's good graces? Now, yesterday, he reposted 2 of Trump's Truth Social messages about the riots happening in Los Angeles. Here's one example. Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass should apologize to the people of Los Angeles for absolutely doing a horrible job. Whatever, you get the point. Elon Musk obviously posted it because he agrees with it. So maybe that was him extending an olive branch. And then Senator Ted Cruz and all of the other cucks in the Republican Party are like really hoping and praying that Trump and Elon Musk make amends, saying, I feel like the kids of a bitter divorce where you're just saying, I really wish mommy and daddy would stop screaming. I'm sure that there's a lot of that going on in the Cruz household. Anyway, I've seen how his daughter looks at him. So that's where we're at with this ongoing feud. It was entertaining, that's for sure. But ultimately, I think that it's probably in Trump's best interest to shed Elon Musk. And again, Democrats shouldn't absorb him. And I don't think he's even interested in being absorbed by the Democratic Party. Want to know why? Because he's not interested in any of the remaining good parts of the Democratic Party. So he is a libertarian. He wants deregulation. He thinks Social Security is a freaking Ponzi scheme. I don't want anything to do with this guy. And the Democrats should want nothing to do with this guy. They're already thought of as the pro-corporate party, the party that abandoned the working class. I don't know how absorbing Elon Musk is going to make that situation any better.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.